Hello guys and welcome back to the series, welcome back to Football Manager 2023 and welcome to our epic quest across Europe to win the top flight division in each of the European nations in the game. Last episode we ticked off nation number 21, which of course was Switzerland, and we've moved on to the next nation. It hasn't been too long since that happened. It's still the same day again, trying to get the episodes in as and when I can, but you join me here as the manager of Genk in Belgium. KRC Genk, very successful team over the years in Genk. First thing you'll notice is the kits. I haven't done the kits for Belgium. They actually have licensed kits in the game for Belgium, so I didn't see the point in doing them. But again, in a move which is sure to spark plenty of heated debate, Dean Talentai has left Grasshoppers to join KRC Genk. Talentai arrives with a record of 1,273 wins across our career now, 352 defeats. We take charge of our first game against Waregem. I think it's how you say it, Waregem. Again, I don't speak Belgian or Flemish, whichever language they choose to speak in Belgium. And we get off underneath. We get the campaign underway in the Jupiler Pro League on the 26th of the 7th, 2076. Like I say, it's not been too long since the end of last season. The Belgian season was actually still going on when the Swiss one finished. Genk finished 4th, which is not good enough for Genk. Missed out on European football, and they sacked the manager, and so here we are. Again, they have won the title 7 times throughout their history, most recently just 4 seasons ago, which is really good. They've also got I thought that was a European Cup for a minute there, but no, it's the Belgian 3rd Division. I thought it was the European Cup. Decent finances, which is, helpful. Decent sized stadium, built in 1999, so it's almost 100 years old now. The club itself is almost 200 years old. Oh, no, it's not. 1988, I beg your pardon. I thought that said 1888. They're in terms of in real life, they're not that old of a club, really, are they? While we're here as well, we do actually meet up with one of our former players. Now, those of you who have been following the series, we had a player in Denmark who was a Belgian, and throughout the series we have signed a lot of young Belgians as well, and that is Mirko Sabe. He, obviously after we left Denmark and Vegard, he did manage to make his way to RC Genk. So we team up with one of our former players. He's now 32. We signed him when he was a very young man for Vegard. The board do want us to reach the last stages of the Cup, finish the Jupiler Pro League's top 3 places. Of course, we're going to be aiming to do better than that. Develop players using the club's youth system. Belgium has a fantastic youth rating, or the fantastic youth players that come through in Belgium. We've seen that throughout this save over the 50 odd years that we've been doing it now. Finish above STVV in the league is an important one for the board, and finish above standard as well. So let's have a quick look around the squad. You can see we've landed straight away on the squad screen. I'd like this to go away. It's not going to get... Key player at the club, anyway, is listed as Reine Kvamen. He is a Norwegian 26-year-old. He is a very, very good inside forward on attack. He's got some absolutely brilliant abilities. His pace is going to be electric for us. We've got a big step up in the quality of players that we've got here. Let's put it this way. Daniel Omland is, of course, the next best player at the club. He is a centre-half. Formerly of Milan, we got him on a free transfer. He's valued at 16 to 17 million pound. The wages are quite big here as well in Belgium. But we will go over the players once we get to know them a bit better. We're going to have a quick look over the league and stuff like that. In terms of club info, you can see we've got great facilities here in Belgium. Finances are secure. 814k in the bank, which is not the greatest, but we are well underneath the wage budget. We've got a decent transfer budget as well, which is really, really good. Gerald is listed as our hot prospect. He's not too bad, but he's 15 years old. He's valued at 20 to 33 million pounds as a 15-year-old. Yeah, there's lots of money kicking about here in Belgium, and the value of the players is absolutely crazy. Like I say, we did finish in 4th place last season. It's fairly spread out among the top 4 teams, I want to say, here in Belgium. Genk, maybe the lesser of those 4 teams, but you've got Bruges, or Brugge, I don't know how that's pronounced again, Anderlecht, and you've also got Antwerp in there, although Antwerp have not really won too many of them. So I'd say it's Bruges and Anderlecht are the big ones to look out for. In terms of the season preview for this season, we are predicted to finish in that 3rd place behind Bruges and Anderlecht, just in front of our rivals in standard. Antwerp are a little bit further behind, but we've got one player there in the Media Dream 11. As you can see, it is Kavaman. Of course, a very good goalkeeper, but there's some great players in this division. Andalusi, look how good he is. He's probably the best striker that we've ever seen in a division that we're playing in. Maybe other than the top division of Denmark, but that's the sort of area that we're into. But we have got into a decent club, which is really, really good. In terms of league rules, there is a split again in the league. The league actually splits into 3 places. There's 30 games in the regular season. Top 6 go into the championship group. The next 6, the next 6 go into the European places playoff, and the bottom 4 go into the relegation playoff. And then, of course, the one who finishes 3rd bottom of that relegation playoff goes into a Division 1 playoff. So again, we've got some interesting... It's great to see all these different rules throughout Europe, particularly when you're English and you watch English football. And we just have it, particularly in the Premier League, 20 teams, 38 games, bang, you're done. You know, it's pretty simple. But we have got 30 games, so it's slightly more than we're used to. Obviously, in the Championship group, there's another 10, so there's 40 in total in this nation, which is, again, like I say, more than we're used to. So probably be a few more episodes in Belgium. In terms of the actual league rules themselves and player eligibilities, transfer window and squad, a minimum of 8 players developed in the nation for 3 years. So we've got to have homegrown players here in Belgium. Minimum of 3 goalkeepers in the squad. Maximum squad size of 25. I didn't actually see any player rules. Oh yeah, the match squad must have at least 6 players developed in Belgium for 3 years. So the match squad has to have 6 homegrown players in it. And the match squad must at least 2 players trained by a club in Belgium. Under 21 players are automatically eligible to play, and only players registered can play. So that's pretty straightforward. In terms of the season, we do start off against Zulte Waregem. We are about a month away from that, so I'm going to go play through the pre-season. We'll come back after the pre-season, and we'll take on the first 2 league games of the season. Of course, we'll get to make the squad a little bit better once I've got a team sorted. We're going to stick with our usual tactic. It's not done us any harm so far throughout this save, but I'll catch up with you guys again in just a minute. Right, guys, welcome back. We've made it to the start of the season. A couple of signings to go over before we get started. One that we've made, there's 3 coming young men who were already pre-arranged, and that is Luca Lennertz, Dennis Yilmaz, I beg your pardon, and Cherubin Makaya. They're all very young, not first team players, but they've all come in on a free transfer. The one that we have made is we've brought in Virchart. He is a Thai centre half, 24 years old. He's brought in as an important player, but he's about the same type of player that we've got. Unfortunately, he is injured, so he's not going to make his debut today. But getting into today and our first starting lineup of the season, we're going to meet the players, of course. We do have in goal, we've got Landjut. He is a 35-year-old Belgian, so getting on a little bit, but he's still a fantastic goalkeeper. Losing a bit of his speed, but other than that, he's absolutely fantastic. He's not eccentric at all. He's off the ball, could do some work. Yes, he's losing his speed. He's 35 years old, but he's a very, very good player. At right back, we've got De Vrent, again, apologies for the name, guys. Again, a very good player. Aging again a little bit at 31 years old, but he's still got his pace. You can see his physicals are starting to decline a little bit. He's not too bad going forward. If we switch that to support, his cross and dribbling could do with being a little bit better. Maybe he's off the ball, but everything else pretty decent, so quite pleased with him. One of the centre-backs starting today is Hector Helman Gary, a Colombian, signed from Benfica for 4.5 million. He's made 57 appearances for the club. A very handy centre-half to have around about the club. Jumping reach of 18, 6'7", so we'll be aiming for him from corners. Doesn't enjoy big matches though, which is a little bit of a letdown. The usual starting lineup at centre-half, it would be Mirko Sabi. I've done what I always do, pick the best 11 using my assistant, but Sabi is actually currently injured. Of course, like I say, you do remember Sabi from the Vegard days, still sporting his mohawk as well. Still a good player. 32 years old now. But coming in his place is Chasson, so a Portuguese. So we've got 2 Spanish-Portuguese speaking centre-halves, 2 Iberian speaking centre-half, shall we say. I know they're different languages, but they are similar. He's not too bad of a sort of a standing centre-half, is he? 5'11", so a little bit short, but still got a decent jump reach of 12. Heading is not too bad either. So, yeah, a decent sort of standing. There at left-back, we've got Omland, who is a Norwegian. Again, fairly decent as a left-back. Pretty good going forward. He's got great pace, great stamina, so expect to see him going all day long. Actually, he's a reasonably good player, isn't he? He's actually very good as a wing-back. Defensive midfield is going to be Vermeulen, a 20-year-old Belgium, so a little bit of youth in the squad as well. He's a very good defensive player, though, so quite pleased with Cornelis Vermeulen. £25 million value is pretty good, only on 6.5k a week at 20 years old as well. So quite pleased with him. Segundo Volantes, we've actually got some players who can play as a Segundo Volante for the first time in quite a while. If we have a look at Rafael Musa, a Nigerian, he is very, very good Segundo Volante. Finishing, not the greatest, but he's, again, still not too bad. He's got great determination, decent pace, decent stamina, good anticipation, good positioning, work rate, tackling. Quite pleased with him. Again, he doesn't enjoy big matches though, but he has made 107 appearances for the club, so we'll see how he gets on. On the other side, we've got Sosa, a Belgian, Bruno Sosa. Again, can play as that Segundo Volante on attack. Again, another one with some decent attributes for that position. This one's more going forward, not so good on the tackling. That's a little bit of a letdown, but everything else is absolutely fine. On the left wing, we've got the star man in Reina Kavamin, who does want to leave, by the way. We've had to promise him that he can leave if a suitable bid comes in, but I'm not taking anything less than 16.25 million. Unfortunately, I can't wait to see how fast he is in the match engine. He's got a minimum fee release cost of 15.5 million, so he's not going for anything less than that. Very good player, though. Quite excited to see him. On the right-hand side, we've got Inigo. Bear with me. Gerena Barena. I'll get used to that. Gerena Barena. Inside forward on attack, finishing a little bit poor. Crossing and dribbling. Crossing's actually really poor, but dribbling's really good. Long shots, passing, technique. He's got a decent amount of pace around him as well. So again, we've got a decent player on that side. And up top, we do have De Keersmaker. De Keersmaker, he's actually quite a good advanced forward. Not as good as the best that we've seen in the league, but obviously not going to be. Again, and Barana can play as that centre forward as well. They're possibly interchangeable throughout the season, but again, a very good player. 32 goals and 117 appearances for Genk is not the greatest, but hopefully we can get more of him. So that's our first starting lineup here in Belgium, guys. Let's get into the game against Zulte Waregem. We are starting off as the home team, so hopefully we can pick up a win to start the season. And we're underway. We're into the 8th minute. We've already had a couple of shots ourselves, but it is Zulte Waregem bringing the ball out with Mbaki advancing down this right-hand side. We have got back to him. He's a really nice turn, though, to get away from him. And de Klerk with the ball forward towards Henks. Now they're inside the area. Palomino with the effort, but it's blocked by the defender. And it's going to be an early corner here to Zulte Waregem. Looking to take advantage with Mbaki to take the corner. It's a deep one towards the back post. Headed clear by Kavamin. Back in, Vermeulen heads it away. It's Landjuts ended up with the ball, thankfully. It was a little bit of head tennis going on there. You can see at the bottom of the screen there, the match fitness of the players is not the greatest. We've only actually had 2 games in pre-season. So match fitness is still something to work on. Me pronouncing the names at the first time of asking is something to work on as well. We've got a free kick, though. It's going to be taken by Sosa. Left-footed. It's a good one. The goalkeeper's parried it. You see how quick the goalkeeper got up there. In Brewer, he's shot up off the floor. Yeah, give me a chance to get used to saying De Keersmaker and Geren Barena at the first time of asking. Sosa with this free kick floats it in. It's headed back to the goalkeeper by the defender, and Brewer collects the ball. 26 minutes on the clock now. Brewer goes long. Hopefully we win this in the air. We don't. Palomino gets there. Now it's Nassiri to De Klerk. De Klerk out wide to Henks, who's in acres of space on this left-hand side. Good ball forward towards Palomino. Palomino with the effort, thankfully, has gone just there past the post. And Zulte seem to be getting all the highlights here. We're just getting the odd half chance as the half is going on. And again, it's Zulte coming forward. It's Henks on this left-hand side who's looking dangerous. De Vrent gets there. I don't know why he slid in like that. No, ref, that is never a penalty. Not in a million years, mate. If Vermeulen's fouled Palomino, apparently, it's never a penalty. No. Looked like a good tackle to me. It is going to be Mbarké to take the penalty, though. And thankfully, Landiot has saved it. Can he get back up? He can. He's made the double save. Reginald Landiot with a double save. Justice is served because I really don't think that was a penalty. But it's gone out for a corner to Zult. Mbarké himself is going to take it. It's a deep one again. It's headed clear by De Keersmaker. And Garen Barena is the one running after him. Good tackle. It's gone out for a throw into Zult. Zult looking very dangerous in this first half, guys, which is a little bit of a concern. Particularly how few highlights we're having, and the fact that De Keersmaker is currently on a 6.4, which isn't great. If you look at the match stats, though, it's been a fairly even first half. We're just not seeing it in the match engine, unfortunately. Hopefully, my little half-time team talk is going to kick the guys into gear, though. It's Chasson coming forward with the ball. Finds Vermeulen to Gary. Gary with the ball forward towards Garen Barena. It's a fantastic diagonal ball. First time cross. It's deflected behind for a corner. Brewer was scrambling across to his near post there to try and keep that one out. It's going to be Garen Barena to take the corner towards that near post, but Stroman heads it clear. Only as far as Musa to Omland. Musa again. Can we get an effort in here? Garen Barena with the ball into the box. It's a poor one, though, and it's cleared. Hanks helps it further on. And Zult do manage to clear that, but signs of life in this Genk squad. And we're coming forward again down the right-hand side with De Vrent. It's Vermeulen. De Vrent with the ball towards the box, towards Kavaman at the back post. It's grazed the top of the crossbar. And unfortunately for us, that has gone over the bar. But we're, like I said, signs of life appearing with 30 minutes remaining. And into the final 10 minutes, we have made a change. We brought Kelowna on for De Keersmaker. Hopefully that will make the difference. Kelowna did score a couple for us in pre-season, but it's Kavaman bringing the ball forward. He has the effort from the edge of the area. It was a decent effort, to be fair, but he couldn't keep it down. But we have absolutely dominated the second half, guys. We're up to 25 shots now. So the half-time team talk has worked, but unfortunately it doesn't look like we're going to score. And indeed we don't. So a boring 0-0 to start the season, guys. We did get better as the game went on. Of course, the players are still getting used to me and my tactic. A little bit disappointed with De Keersmaker. Had a bit of a poor game before being substituted off. So just confirmation after that 0-0 draw to start the season. We currently find ourselves in 5th position. Of course, there's still a lot of teams to play, and it's only one game in. We're going to go forward now to the next game, though, which is against Antwerp, who, as you can see, are top of the table. So we'll catch up with you guys again in just a minute. Right, guys, welcome back to the second game. Away to Antwerp. You can see they're currently up in 3rd place in the table. We find ourselves down in 12th after that single point on the opening day of our season. We are away from home today. We are the slight favourites, but the board do expect a draw from the game. We've made a couple of changes for today's lineup. We've brought Sabe in at centre-half after his little injury. And we've brought Kelowna on for De Keersmaker. I wasn't particularly impressed with De Keersmaker in the last game, so hopefully we have a little bit of a better result. The team, you can see they're quite familiar with the tactic already. A little bit more to do on the marking, the triggering and the position duty, but that's never full, really. So let's see how we get on. And just like that's half time. Not a single highlight in the first half. Yeah, not a single highlight. Not the best of performances either. Nicola Kelowna down on a 6.4. Garen Barena on a 6.3. So we made up to make some changes pretty early on in the second half. Hopefully my team talk at half time does a little bit again like it did in the last game. We came out firing after the second half started. But that was a no highlight first half, guys. Well, guys, I don't know what's happening in this game. We've made a couple of changes. We've brought Garen Barena. First highlight, 75th minute. First highlight of the game. Dauder with the goal kick for Antwerp. It's won in the air by Vermeulen. Find De Keersmaker, the new man on the pitch, feeding the other new man, Hadji. Hadji, can he score? No! It's gone behind for a corner, though, which is going to be taken by Sosa. Can we pick out the big 6'7" centre half? It's towards Sabes. It's headed clear, though. And Bina is going to help the ball. I know De Vrent wins it back, but they do manage to get the ball away this time. 75th minute for the first highlight of the game. Like I say, we have made some changes. We've brought De Keersmaker and Hadji on to see if that makes a difference, but it doesn't look like it's going to. We're going to get our second 0-0 draw in a row to open the season. So we're yet to see us score a goal on camera, guys, in Belgium. that's a very disappointing way to start our life as the manager here in Belgium. Yeah, that was a poor game of football. One highlight, the whole game is absolutely dreadful. Hopefully things get better as we go along. So just a quick confirmation that after that 0-0 draw, our second one of the season, we do find ourselves down in 12th place, with most of the teams having played 2 games. There's 2 ahead of us who haven't, but they're still on more points than us anyway. So we are a net 12th place as things stand after 2 games with 2 draws, no goals scored, no goals conceded. Pretty boring life so far in Belgium. Hopefully it gets better, but we're going to come back, guys. I think I've decided we're going to go half of the regular season, so around about 14, 15, 16 games in. Could be around about this sort of area. These are 2 derbies actually, so if that's around about that sort of area, then we're going to come back and we're going to do STVV and Standard Liège, and then we'll go from there. Obviously it's at the minute we're on episode number 161, 162 I think we are, possibly. So we're getting quite deep into this. We're in nation number 22. We've still got another 11 to do after this one, I think, or 10 after this one, 10 or 11. So we're probably going to break the 200 episode mark. So I want to keep each nation as short as I possibly can. So we're going to do half the season. Yeah, we're going to do half the season to start off basically, and we'll come back after that, and we'll maybe go to the end of the regular season into the whatever group we're in, hopefully the Champions group, and we'll go from there, guys. But thank you very much for watching. As always, please remember to hit that thumbs up button for me. It does help me out massively. Like I always say, if you want to hit the subscribe button as well and support me, come back for any future episodes, keep up to track with it, stuff like that, then feel free to do so, and I greatly appreciate it to all of those who you do. But welcome to Belgium, guys. Thank you very much, like I said, and I'll see you all in the next episode. So cheers, guys. Catch you later.